Have you ever shared a dream that was deeply important to you, only to watch it slowly lose its magic? Have you ever opened your heart to someone, spoken honestly about your plans, your struggles, or your hopes for the future, and then walked away feeling misunderstood, discouraged, or strangely drained? If so, you are not alone. Many of us believe that sharing everything will bring us closer to others, help us gain support, or make us feel less alone. But life often teaches a different lesson. Sometimes the very things we reveal too quickly become the things that lose their strength. A beautiful dream becomes a target for doubt. A personal struggle becomes a topic of discussion. A sacred spiritual experience becomes something others criticize or fail to understand. And before we realize it, the peace we once felt begins to disappear. Why does this happen? Why do certain conversations leave us feeling lighter and inspired, while others leave us feeling exhausted and uncertain? The answer lies in a timeless truth that wise spiritual teachers have understood for centuries: not everything in your heart is meant for public display. Some things are precious because they are private. Some dreams grow stronger in silence. Some prayers become more powerful when they remain between you and the divine. In today's noisy world, where people are encouraged to share every thought, every emotion, and every detail of their lives, the wisdom of silence has become more important than ever. Silence is not secrecy. Silence is not fear. Silence is protection for what is sacred within you. In this video, we will explore 5 things you should never tell everyone, and how guarding these hidden treasures can transform your energy, strengthen your inner peace, and help you walk your spiritual path with greater confidence, clarity, and wisdom. Imagine a young man who has just discovered his life's biggest dream. He is excited, inspired, and filled with hope. Before taking even the first step, he begins telling everyone around him. He shares his plans with friends, relatives, co-workers, and even strangers. Some people smile politely, some offer advice he never asked for, and some quietly doubt him. Days later, he notices something strange. The excitement that once burned brightly inside him has started to fade. The dream that felt so alive now feels heavy. This happens more often than we realize. Many people unknowingly give away their inner energy through constant sharing. Deep inside, we all want to be understood, appreciated, and supported. There is nothing wrong with that desire. However, when we become dependent on external validation, we slowly disconnect from our own inner wisdom. We begin measuring our dreams by other people's reactions. We start questioning ourselves because someone else questioned us. We lose confidence because someone else expressed doubt. The hidden problem is not that people are sharing too much information. The deeper problem is that they are handing over their emotional power. Not everyone who listens truly understands your journey. Not everyone who hears your dream can see the vision that exists in your heart. Some things need time to grow quietly. Just as a seed develops beneath the soil before becoming a tree, many of life's greatest blessings require silence before they are ready to be revealed. True inner strength grows in private long before it becomes visible to the world. To understand why this happens, we must look deeper than ordinary behavior. Every thought, intention, and dream carries energy. When you hold a goal close to your heart, that energy remains focused and concentrated. It moves in one direction. But when you repeatedly expose it to countless opinions, fears, judgments, and expectations, that energy becomes scattered. Spiritually, this creates confusion. The quiet voice of intuition becomes harder to hear because it is drowned out by the noise of other people's thoughts. Psychologically, there is another reason. Studies have shown that when people talk extensively about their future goals, they often experience a feeling of accomplishment before doing the actual work. The mind receives a temporary reward simply from discussing the goal. As a result, motivation can weaken. What once inspired action becomes conversation. What once required discipline becomes a story repeatedly told. This is why many wise teachers throughout history emphasize the power of silence. Silence is not about hiding. It is about preserving focus. It is about allowing your inner world to mature without constant interference. Think of an artist creating a masterpiece. If every brushstroke is judged before the painting is complete, the artist may lose confidence. But when the work is allowed to develop naturally, its true beauty emerges. The same principle applies to your dreams, your healing, and your spiritual growth. Sometimes the most powerful progress happens quietly, away from the opinions of the world. Many people wonder why certain opportunities seem to disappear after they talk about them too much. Others wonder why they constantly seek approval from those around them. The answer often lies in deeper patterns carried within the soul. Every person arrives in this life with lessons to learn. Some lessons teach patience. Others teach faith. Some teach us to trust our own inner guidance rather than relying on constant reassurance from others. Life presents situations that reveal these lessons. Imagine someone who constantly seeks validation before making decisions. Every choice requires approval. Every dream needs permission. Over time, this habit becomes a pattern. The person forgets how to trust themselves. Spiritually speaking, karma often brings experiences that encourage growth beyond these patterns. The universe may place obstacles in the path not as punishment, but as opportunities for awakening. When a dream is challenged, the real question becomes, do you still believe in it when nobody applauds? When your path becomes difficult, do you still trust your inner knowing when others doubt you? These are spiritual tests of strength and maturity. Destiny is not simply about reaching a destination. It is about becoming the person capable of carrying that destiny wisely. The soul grows stronger when it learns to stand firmly in truth without requiring constant approval from the outside world. There are certain treasures in life that become stronger when protected. The first is your biggest dreams. Not everyone will understand the vision placed in your heart. Some people may project their fears onto your future. Share your dreams carefully and only with those who genuinely support your growth. The second is your good deeds. Acts of kindness carry a special beauty when performed without seeking recognition. When we constantly announce our generosity, the focus shifts from service to attention. The third is your deepest struggles. It is important to seek help when needed, but not everyone deserves access to your most vulnerable moments. Some people offer wisdom and compassion. Others simply collect information. Choose wisely. The fourth is your future plans. Speaking endlessly about future success often creates the illusion of progress while reducing the motivation to act. Work quietly and allow your results to speak for themselves. The fifth is your sacred spiritual experiences. Moments of deep prayer, meditation, intuition, or divine connection are precious gifts. Not everyone will understand them. Some may dismiss them entirely. Protect these experiences as you would protect a precious jewel. The goal is not secrecy. The goal is respect for what is sacred. When you learn what deserves silence, you preserve your energy and strengthen your inner peace. So how do we apply this wisdom in daily life? The answer is not to become distant, cold, or suspicious of everyone. True wisdom is not about building walls. It is about developing discernment. Before sharing something important, pause for a moment and ask yourself a simple question. Why am I sharing this? Am I seeking approval, validation, or attention? Or am I sharing because it genuinely serves a purpose? This small moment of self-awareness can transform your relationships and your peace of mind. Learn to trust your intuition. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Just as you carefully choose where to plant a valuable seed, choose carefully who receives your trust. Spend time each day in silence. Sit quietly. Breathe deeply. Listen to your thoughts without judgment. As your mind becomes calmer, you will notice something remarkable. The guidance you have been seeking from others begins to emerge from within. Your intuition grows stronger. Your confidence becomes more stable. You no longer feel the need to explain every decision or defend every choice. There is great freedom in knowing who you are without requiring everyone else to agree. Healing begins when you stop searching for permission to become yourself. At the deepest level, this teaching is not really about silence. It is about self-mastery. Most people spend their lives trying to be understood by others. The awakened soul begins by understanding itself. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey when you realize that peace does not come from controlling how others see you. Peace comes from remaining connected to your highest self regardless of how others see you. When you stop seeking constant validation, a beautiful transformation begins. You become less affected by criticism and less dependent on praise. You stop measuring your worth through other people's opinions. Instead, you begin living from a place of inner truth. Imagine a river flowing steadily toward the ocean. The river does not stop to explain its direction. It does not seek approval from every person standing on its banks. It simply continues its journey. In the same way, your soul has a unique path. Not everyone will understand it. Not everyone is meant to. Your responsibility is not to convince the world. Your responsibility is to remain faithful to the wisdom, purpose, and truth that live within you. The greatest power is often quiet. The deepest faith is often invisible. And the most profound spiritual growth frequently happens in silence. When you learn to protect your energy, trust your inner guidance, and honor what is sacred within you, you discover a peace that no external opinion can ever take away. As we come to the end of this journey together, take a quiet moment to reflect on everything we have discussed today. The wisdom we explored is not about becoming secretive or withdrawing from the world. It is about learning to protect what is sacred within you. Your dreams, your spiritual growth, your inner peace, and your deepest aspirations are like precious seeds. Not every seed needs to be shown to the world before it has the chance to grow. Sometimes the greatest strength comes not from speaking more, but from knowing when to remain silent. Sometimes the greatest progress happens when nobody is watching. And often, the most beautiful transformations take place quietly within the heart. As you move forward from this video, I invite you to ask yourself one simple but powerful question: which area of my life would benefit from more silence, more protection, and more trust in the process? Sit with that question for a few moments. You may be surprised by the answer that arises from within. Remember, the soul already knows the way. The more we learn to listen, the clearer that guidance becomes. Now I would love to hear from you. Which of the 5 lessons resonated with you the most? Was it protecting your dreams, keeping your future plans private, guarding your spiritual experiences, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience may inspire someone else who is walking a similar path. And here's another question for you: what topic would you like us to explore in the next video? Is there a spiritual lesson, a life challenge, a teaching of Yogananda, karma, meditation, inner peace, relationships, or self-mastery that you would like to hear about? Let me know in the comments, and your suggestion could become our next journey together. If this video brought you value, consider subscribing to the channel, sharing this video with someone who may need these words today, and joining our growing community of seekers who are committed to living with greater wisdom, peace, and purpose. Until we meet again, may your mind remain calm, your heart remain open, and your soul remain connected to the divine light within. Jai Guru Dev.